about to come out, we should give you the team news for Olympia this afternoon. We've got number 3, County Vecchio, sponsored by Steal My Post. 4, Monica Vecchio, sponsored by Gripfast. 7, Calicalo, sponsored by Some Fair and Well. 9, Tia Apo, sponsored by Some Fair and Well. 10, Georgie Muir, sponsored by Steel Fabrication. 11, Eve Swain, sponsored by Steal My Post. 14, Rio Oya, sponsored by Olympic for Schools. 16, Nicky Friedman, sponsored by Absolute Furniture Warehouse. 17, and Captain Corelli Phillips, sponsored by Daffodil Cafe. 21, Georgie Martell, sponsored by Absolute Furniture Warehouse. And last but not least, we've got 39, Izzy Anderson, sponsored by Inspector Pro. On the bench we've got Pim Bromley, Melanie Friends, Eva Heron, Rick Franklin, Sarah Burtonshaw and Cleo Trevor Lyle. Boys and girls, please welcome your two sides down to the field, Olympic and Gold Coast United.
Afternoon folks, welcome to round 23 of the NPL here at Goodwin Park. I'm Amy Webster. It's my absolute pleasure to have your company for this Saturday afternoon fixture. Olympic backing up from a vital win against top 4 contenders, Eastern Suburbs. They sit in 5th spot and will be keen to try and close the gap on Lions sitting just ahead of them. The visitors this afternoon, Gold Coast United, occupying 6th spot as things stand, also backing up from a midweek make-up fixture. They come up into this one having fought hard for a hard-earned point against Brisbane City in their recent fixture.
We're going to do our acknowledgement of country as part of our NAIDOC match day.
Enjoy this acknowledgement of country for the NAIDOC match day.
Hello everyone, my name is Kiana Charlton and here is my nephew Corbin Green. I've been asked to deliver the welcome to country today on behalf of my Moreton elders. Usually an elder would deliver a welcome, however I've been given permission to do it on their behalf. I thank you for the invitation to conduct a welcome to country. that continues to be practiced for many generations on each of the 300 Aboriginal countries across the continent. The Welcome to Country is based on the laws that manage people visiting country that's not theirs, whether travelling through or staying a while for special occasions, family visits, festivals, feasts or ceremonies or funerals or trade. Information is given to the elders about who you are and where you come from and what totem system. It's formed part of the process to ensure safety, hospitality and successful stay until your departure. There were restrictions on free access around country until the process or permissions were received. Only a message stick bearer, whose message stick was important passport, had authority to proceed into the areas to meet the elders. My people are the saltwater, freshwater Koris of Yagarajara. It's up southwest at the Great Dividing Range, coming eastwards along the Logan River towards Mortar Bay, then up to the Pine River and back inland bordering Gubbi Gubbi and Jiribara and Waka Waka country. This NAIDOC round is an important round for all of us. It brings us together and represents First Nations peoples and our achievements across Australia. NAIDOC Week is celebrated. NAIDOC Week is celebrated across the first week of every year. It's a special time to celebrate and recognise the histories, cultures and achievements and contributions of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Following this event, Aboriginal people work together to create a better country for all. This year's theme is 50 years of NAIDOC. For 5 decades, NAIDOC Week has celebrated the voices of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. It has been a time to honour culture, truth-telling, resilience and the strength and communities across Australia. 50 years of Deadly recognises our elders, leaders, artists, activists and community members who have worked tirelessly to ensure that culture, language and identity continues to thrive. As we celebrate this milestone, we reflect how far we've come and look forward to the future. We celebrate our young people growing up to create and make them proud of who they are. NAIDOC Week reminds us it's about respect, understanding and learning from one another. Thank you for having me today, Olympic. As we close, I encourage you all to continue your journey to listen, learn and reflect. Before we conclude, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our First Nations Olympic players, Kiralee, Eva, Tia and Mel. Your strength, pride and leadership in soccer continue to show both who you are on and off this field. You inspire the next generation to walk proudly in culture and strive for excellence. I'd also like to acknowledge Olympic President Andrew Cadden and thank you for your invitation today. Thank you for being a part of the special celebration, listening to me. Enjoy the rest of your night and let's continue to walk with respect, pride and understanding. We don't have a language word for goodbye, but I'll leave you with Baru, which means see you again. Thank you.
Olympic FC launching their NAIDOC round with a lovely acknowledgement of country there. And as mentioned, Kiralee, Eva, Mel and tonight's captain, Tia Apo, First Nations players representing Olympic FC here this evening. Last week, and of course, NAIDOC Week and Football Queensland recognised First Nations round. I'd encourage you to jump on the Olympic social media. They've done a great job throughout not only NAIDOC Week but throughout the season as a whole, celebrating their First Nations players, and thanks to those players, Kirli, Tia in particular, who have shared a little bit about their culture and their community through some recent social media posts. So certainly encourage you to go share, and pay my respects to First Nations players and any spectators tuning in here for this fixture this afternoon. I'll take you through our lineups. Officiating for this one, Emily Weber. We have Bashar Taranya and Eli Patullo as our assistants, and fourth official Declan Lane. For our home side, Olympic, Georgia Martel, Kylie Vecchio, Monica Vecchio, Callie Cowles, Tia Apo with the armband this evening, Georgia Muir, Eva Swain, Ria Oyo, Nikki Friedman, Kirili Phillips, Isabella Anderson. For Gold Coast United, at the drive up the coast for this fixture this afternoon, Layla Adams in goal. They've welcomed back Momo Hayashi from her Brisbane Raw duties. Got Maya Fortune, Sarah Solomon, Lisa Tomasella, Letitia Emmerich, Captain Angelina Ujo, Pia Mucci, Mariah McGee, and Danica Ulrich Beach. Shrubbery Tran will be Alex Pitt's side to get us underway. Their away strip, the light blue with the yellow flash down the shoulder and the shorts. Olympic in their home strip, red shirt, shorts and socks with the white sleeve trim. Tran just forced off on the near side. Tran wearing the gloves this evening. Did notice her trying to keep herself warm in that initial lineup as the players made their way onto the pitch. The wind has started to pick up here out at Goodwin Park. As things stand, it looks like the rain is holding off, so not too bad a condition for this evening's fixture. We had our first fixture of round 23 take place for our Friday night kickoff. Gold Coast Knights putting 6 past QAS. Knights keeping that top spot warm on top of the ladder. And one more fixture to follow this one this evening. Our 7 o'clock kickoff, Lions FC hosting Brisbane City. And then we close out the weekend with Sunshine Coast Wanderers hosting South Strikers. And Capalaba FC taking on Eastern Suburbs. So no scores to keep an eye on around the grounds this evening. You keep your attention firmly fixed on this fixture in front of us. Vecchio leaves the throw-in duties to Monica. Riley will this time take the throw. Gets it back there. Kylie Vecchio runs into a little bit of traffic. And the ball just sent long downfield. Kylie and Monica lining up alongside each other on this near side. That's not going to be confusing at all. Let's just stick with Vecchio and see what we can get away with for that one this evening. Leila Adams gets her first touch. Momo Hayashi, commanding presence at the back, slotted straight back in to Alex Pitt's starting 11. Standout season for Brisbane Raw. Wearing the armband for a decent spell throughout the season to the injury to Yallop. Momo Hayashi is the Gold Coast United record appearance holder. So no surprise to see slot straight back in. Curly Phillips taking that one before Tisha Emmerich could get anywhere near it. Swain now finding the feet of Vecchio.
This is brought to you by Malins Meats.
Vecchio just holding that ball up against Schramm. Out it goes. Referee says Gold Coast United have the throw.
That's going to be drawn right here at Goodwin Park on the main field at half-time.
Also starting player this evening for Alex Pitt. Scored in the round 22 win over QAS. So again, another one proving her worth to Cam Fawkes. 2 goals in 8 appearances for the youngster. Ran down for Emmerich. The Olympic Ultras standing proud at the fence, cheering on their side. Martel comes across to collect. Swain receives the ball in space, closed down very quickly. Cowell switches it out wide. Cowell's just playing that one into a little bit of trouble, but Martel can get the ball across to Nikki Friedman. Gold Coast United have dominated in the head-to-heads between these two sides. Olympic with only 1 win in their time against Gold Coast United. Olympic, of course, coming back up into the NPL after a stellar season in the FQPL 1 under the guidance of Cam Fawkes. And they're holding their own, to say the least, currently sitting in 5th spot. 6 points behind Lions FC. Lions have played 2 less fixtures. They've certainly been hovering outside that top 4 thanks to a strong defensive start to the campaign, Olympic. The only thing Cam Fawkes will be wanting is those defensive displays to result in increase in wins. They've certainly done very well to keep their goals against down in the tally. Offside flag up against Georgia Muir. Momo Hayashi was keeping an eye. Hayashi and Fortune at the back for Gold Coast United. Throw in for Olympic, ball deemed to have come off the toe of Schran. Kylie Vecchio with the ball down the line. Tia Apo will battle with Schran. Olympic do keep hold of it, sent down the line into no man's land. And over and behind it goes.
Yeah, you want a cup? I'll give you a beer.
Olympic be happy to be back at Goodwin Park this evening. They've been away for their last 5 fixtures. Let's see what being back on home soil will mean for their performance here this evening, playing in front of their home fans. Ball forward from Hayashi. Swain drops in to collect. Friedman sending it down the line, but out it goes, throwing Gold Coast United. Anderson. Runs into traffic. Yves Swain across, try and help out. A little bit hectic in there with both. Olympic can come away with it though. Nice little switch for Vecchio to run onto. Kylie Vecchio happy to go back in order to build. Nice ball down the line, cut out there by Maya Fortune. Rio Oya just playing a little bit of piggy in the middle, trying to get that one back. 3 blue shirts. In the end, Monica Vecchio making sure holding up well there. Shran coming forward, skipping her way past the Vecchio sisters. Shran playing for the corner, but instead giving away the goal kick. A good bit of play there by Shran, just having the confidence to run through the Olympic duo. And a little touch there, not quite coming off as intended. Martel out wide, lovely first touch. Ends up falling loose. Had some cracking goals throughout this NPL campaign, many of them coming from outside the box. So it wouldn't surprise me to see either side here just have a little rangefinder in the early stages, just test the keepers. You know for certain that Tisha Emmerich, Angelina Ujiro, Momo Hayashi even don't mind strike from distance. Same can be said for the top 3 of Olympic. Tia Apo in particular in with the goals this season, currently sitting in 5th spot in the chase for the Golden Boot with 10 goals. Signed from Souths last season, Tia Apo. Tia Apo on the score sheet in both of the meetings between these two sides this season, so maybe looking to make it a hat-trick, so to speak. Forward from Martel, headed back in by Fortune. Nice ball forward from Vecchio, but it's Shran that gets there first. Shran does run it out of play under pressure from Rio Oya. Can Olympic build on this little spell of momentum that they've got inside Olympic's half? Oya goes for the switch, cut out. Important header there from Tomasella. Georgimir coming forward on that far side. Great defending Hayashi. We'll switch of position with Tomasella for coverage. Piamucci down under the challenge from Vecchio. Vecchio with a shrug of the shoulders. Decision made by the referee. Nice ball forward. Tia Apo cut out by Fortune. Given away again, both sides. Not able to get a grip on possession in the early stages. Nice ball downfield, left side for Hayashi. Ulrich Beach trying to weave her way through. Hayashi, Fortune, building and creeping towards that halfway line. Over it goes to Angelina Ujo. Lovely little layoff. Limerick finds Ulrich Beach, little tussle at the back with Friedman. It is United that get the free kick. It's Danica Ulrich Beach just battling there with Friedman. Friedman just using her body to get in the way of the number 13. Ball in toward the back post. Hayashi trying to get a head on it. Martel collects. Gold Coast United appealing for corner, but Martel collecting that one. Plays it short. Hayashi not the tallest on the pitch, but can pop up for a header from time to time. Good defending there by Vecchio, winning their side a throw. Monica to take. Ball in towards Rio Oya. Lovely ball forward for Apo. Back it goes from Vecchio. Little touch off Hayashi. Nearly sends it into the path of Apo. All the way through to Adams it goes. Just over a quarter of an hour gone here at Goodwin Park. The sun is well and truly setting over the city. Olympic up to date with their fixtures. Gold Coast United still have their round 18 make-up fixture against Lions FC to play. It's been a little bit of a disjointed season in terms of players being on the same page with the number of fixtures, but they are well and truly catching up. As mentioned, a couple of make-up fixtures, round 14 and round 18, I believe, 16 as well, played during the week for a couple of teams. There's very likely still to be a bit of movement in that top four on the ladder as teams catch up. Lovely ball forward from Murcha Chase. We know she's got the pace. Good defending there, Fortune.
Someone gets arrested at an Olympic soccer game. We're down here live. Body shake, come on, well done.
Friedman's going to get there before Ehrlich Beach. Good little battle in the middle there. Solomon getting the better of Anderson. Now Gold Coast United able to come forward for a run with their skipper. Out wide it goes. Sent in toward the back post. No one there in a blue shirt. Vecchio can get there before Angelina Uja. Shrubrik Shran striding forward down this near side. Loose ball. Ball in. Eventually falling back at the feet of Olympic. Oya struggling to keep that one in. No clear-cut chances on goal yet for either side. Momo Hayashi coming the closest to connecting from that set piece, corner ball. So far, no shots on target. Long ball again from Hayashi. All the way through it runs. Looking for Solomon on that occasion. Martel under pressure from two attackers there from Gold Coast United. Did well to get the ball out wide. Georgia Muir dropping back. Again, Gold Coast United crowding them out. Kirley Phillips. Calm presence. Just steers the ship there from the back. Oya just urged to go and close down that ball, force the error at the back for Gold Coast United. Apo closing down. Apo doing very well. Force that ball back, but it does fall kindly for Layla Adams. Pretty steady tempo to the game here at Goodwin Park. Both sides still just sussing each other out. Leo Oya closing down Hayashi. Gold United just flirting with danger, playing the ball around the edge of their area, encouraging Olympic to come press, perhaps with the intention of trying to break on the counter, but for now, still happy to pass the ball around inside their own half. Forward from Shran. Mucci holding the ball up, and Vecchio just manhandling Piamucci out of the way there. Free kick. Easy decision for the referee. Little shake of the head there. Dismay perhaps from Emily Weber. Gold Coast United with a fairly recent announcement of Adrian Pulick as their new chairman, previously of Gold Coast Knights. Plenty of success that part of the Gold Coast, of course, so pretty strong statement from the club. start of the season announcing a merge with Talabudra FC. So plenty happening down the coast in terms of trying to strengthen player pathways. We've got a pretty strong home run to look forward to. I think I can confirm all but round 23 will be home fixtures for Gold Coast United. To wait till round 10 to get a home fixture. There's some renovations going on down the coast. We've had a nice unbeaten spell across their last 5 fixtures. Three wins, 3 draws, 2 wins. Nice little increase in their goal difference, courtesy of putting 12 past Souths. Anderson coming back to tidy up for Olympic. Martel being the trusty figure in between the sticks for Olympic. Ernie Sunderland departing to join Morden City Excelsior. Good battle there from Apo, first time ball in, straight to Momo Hayashi. Both sides missing some key players for the tail end of the season. Gold Coast United without Charlize Ellams, another one who's cursed by the ACL injury that we are hearing far too much about in the women's game. And Ellie McMurtry, her season over as she undergoes significant surgery, hoping to see her back for the 2027 season. For Olympic, they parted ways with Lauren Spreadborough, who's now playing her trade at Lions FC. And Faith Stevenson out for a lengthy spell on the sidelines as she recovers from her more recent ACL injury. We wish both Ellams and Stevenson well in their recovery. Hope to see them back fighting fit and strong for future seasons. Important touch there from Vecchio. Throw in will be United's. Ball across the edge of the 18-yard box. Put out on the edge. Rio Oya holding the ball up, give her colleagues a chance just to get their shape back. Anderson finds Nikki Friedman. Phillips, ball forward, Swain. Vecchio just very well there just to dispossess Piamucci. Hayashi holding the ball up. Nikki Friedman playing further forward for Camp Folk's side currently. Tia Apo using her strength. She's in space now. She's all alone up top. Tia Apo crowded out there by Hayashi. Uses her strength well to try and battle with the number 3. But rolling through to safety. And Gold Coast United come away with it on that far side. Tomasella wanting it back from Solomon. Rio Oya has other ideas. Lovely left foot ball for Friedman. And Anderson is caught offside. A little bit more promising there though from Camfolk's side with the switch. Pushing Nikki Friedman up. Nikki Friedman getting a cracker of a goal straight from a corner kick to earn her side a win against Eastern Suburbs in their round 18 make-up fixture. It's not often you see the ball go straight into the net from a corner kick. She was thrilled to see that one fly into the goal. 3 points against Eastern Suburbs. 4 points collected against Eastern Suburbs in the season altogether. Olympic have had pretty good crack at those in the top 4 throughout the season. A couple of draws against Gold Coast Knights. Also drawn against Lions and City. And managed to get the win against Eastern Suburbs. Similar story for Gold Coast United. Also beaten, they're unbeaten against Eastern Suburbs. 2 draws and a win. They've drawn twice against Brisbane City. Gold Coast Knights and Lions FC have been their nemesis this season. 2 losses across those fixtures. Both sides certainly holding their own in this league.
Just a reminder that there is a meat raffle to be won at half-time here at Goodwin Park. If you want to get involved in the
Martel collecting that
you can come see one
optimistic ball into the area. Georgia Martel played college soccer at Uni of South Carolina Aiken, completing her USA scholarship in Kentucky. Some silverware to her name, winning the NCAA National Division II Championship in her time over in the US. A great addition to Camfolk's squad. Cementing herself a spot in between the sticks. A bit of competition from 15-year-old Pippa Bromley, who's on the substitution bench this evening. It's always good to see competition for that number 1 spot. Tomasella with heaps of room to run down that far side. Olympic caught a little bit out of position. Georgia is in the back line, which has allowed Friedman just a swap of position for those 2 players. There is the overlap. Seeing a little bit of switching around between the 2 of those, no doubt. Touch from Rio Oya, supported by Swain. Martel under pressure, does well. Has switched back onto that right flank. Anderson under pressure from Ehrlich Beach. Isabella Anderson running straight into the path of Emmerich. United now with a chance to push forward. And that spell comes to nothing. Vecchio doing very well, strong defending there from the number 3. Nothing doing, said the ref, although there was appeals from Gold Coast United. Looked pretty clean from where I was sitting. Fortune across to Hayashi. Hayashi appealing to her teammates to just come and receive the ball. Last couple of options have been the long ball into the box that haven't quite worked out, so instructions from the number 3 are to try switch it up a little bit, come and meet the ball in the middle of the park. They'll have to wait their turn though, as Olympic have a throw on the far side. 10 minutes of this first half ahead of us. Goal from Nikki Friedman for their 1-0 victory over Eastern Suburbs, coming in the 64th minute. So wait a little while to open scoring on that occasion. So far here we are 35 minutes in, 0-0, but Olympic with their first corner of the game. Just mentioned how dangerous Nikki Friedman has been from corner kick. Can she do it twice? She's got bodies in the box to aim for. Deep in toward the back post it goes, and this time high and over the crossbar. Nothing doing there on that occasion. Would have been pretty special to have the same result twice. Hayashi waving away her goalkeeper. Taking control at the back, Momo Hayashi. Player of the year for Brisbane Roar. 5 A-League goals. And 2 assists from 17 appearances in her first campaign in Brisbane Roar colours. Very well-deserved professional contract for Momo Hayashi. Since being back in Gold Coast United colours, 3 goals in 8 appearances. So straight back into the thick of things down the coast. Vecchio now with room. Lovely ball forward. Apo has Oya in support. It's not a great ball across from Tia Apo. Nikki Friedman comes across, and a little too strongly in the eyes of our referee. Foul there on Tran. Hayashi again taking command and getting things underway. A little bit frustrated, perhaps, Momo Hayashi, trying to do a lot herself at the moment. It's a lovely turn. Anderson up against Letitia Emmerich. Lovely ball across, over it goes, wasn't far off. It's the first real chance we've seen there from Gold Coast United. It's a cross from Emmerich, and then the left foot strike. Ehrlich Beach sailed over the bar. Nice turn from Friedman, little pull of the shirt. Referee says play on, little hesitation with the whistle, but Olympic are enjoying a spell of possession. Can they keep hold of it here? Olympic, good battle there from Swain. Friedman forcing her way forward. Swain dispossessed. And free kick there. Anderson through the back of Emmerich. Hayashi getting things moving quickly once again. Out left it goes Ehrlich Beach, great defending there on that right side. Nikki Friedman. Angelina Ujo with the strike. Over it goes. Martel sticking a boot through that one, sending it long. Hayashi with a touch out wide. Apo will chase. Apo up against Shran, forces them back. Tia Apo. Ball back in play from Tomasella down the line to her skipper. Friedman battling well in there, winning her side a throw. Nikki Friedman just looking like she's hungry to get things moving for Olympic. Georgia Muir on that far side. And out it goes for a goal kick. Our official on that far side having a bit of bother with that corner flag. A couple of times he's had to pop that back in. A little bit windy out there at Goodwin Park. Players will be keen to try and play the ball to feet. Friedman. Coach United coming forward now. What can they do on the break? Long ball downfield. It's Pia Mucci. Mucci deflected ball in and collected pretty comfortably there, Georgia Martel. Alex Pitt named women's head coach for the NPL last season, having spent 5 years at the club. Very familiar with his squad, having led the under-23s. Coached a lot of these young players throughout the majority of their footballing careers. Familiar with some of the Gold Coast Knights players as well. Seen a few of those players represent Gold Coast United as junior players. Hayashi. Great tenacity there. Rio Oya, ball forward. Friedman, who just couldn't quite get there, but it was good closing down there from Rio Oya. His snippets of Cam Folks from the sideline, and that's exactly what him and his coaching staff are urging his Olympic players to do. Push forward, press when United have got the ball in their own half, force the errors. So well played there, Rio Oya. Couple of minutes left on the clock. Nothing really to write home about in terms of reason for additional time on the clock. It's been a pretty even-tempered fixture. Rio Oya again getting things moving there for Olympic. Little back heel flick from Friedman. No real direction on that one. Adams going short again for Hayashi. Switch out wide for Tomasella. Ryan McGee in the middle for Gold Coast United. Yet to have too much involvement on the ball. Hayashi fires that one forward for Mucci to chase. Georgia Martel came right out to the edge of her 18-yard box. Schran collects. Wiped out. Play on, says the referee. Kirili Phillips. Clearance out towards Vecchio, and Vecchio just gets rid just to make sure the danger is averted. Schran back on her feet. Into additional time here in the first half. Throw rolling all the way through, and there is the halftime whistle as suggested. No need for too many additional seconds, never mind minutes. 0-0 the scoreline here between Olympic FC and Gold Coast United. Stick with us here on FQTV. We'll be back with you in the second half, where hopefully these sides can step up the action and try and test the keepers, break the deadlock. Stick with us, we'll be back with you very shortly.
Excellence. Is it measured in likes, bottom lines, or the impact we make around us? The things we build, the students we inspire, the care we give. At CQ University, we recognise all kinds of excellence. We combine contemporary courses with more choices and real support to empower you to create the success that means more to you. Be with CQU.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters, all powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Future game is changing, and so it's really important for us to understand that we're not developing players for the here and now, it's for the future.
It's extremely important to have an identity as a state. There's some key characteristics that we identified as being really important to Queensland players. The first one is creative. which refers to a player's technical ability, their base level technique and their X factor qualities. Second is courageous, how players influence the game, their levels of effort, their absolute desire displayed on the pitch. And then there's competitive, so their winning mentality, and that's got nothing to do with winning games. And that's a never say die effort, which is a hallmark of Queensland players in the past. It's something we want to continue to preserve.
That sort of frames everything we look for in a Queensland player. It's really important for every fan of every club, for every member, for every player to understand what it means to be a Queenslander, lean into the nature of the Queensland spirit. I think this is the most exciting time for youth development in a long time in Australia. We've seen so many young Queenslanders move on to bigger and better things. We've seen so much national team representation, and we've seen a massive shift in terms of the focus on youth development in a professional sort of setting within the A-Leagues. So if you're a young Queenslander, it's our job at Football Queensland to ensure that we're giving every opportunity to players to reach that stage and support talent wherever it may be to reach the higher echelons of the game.
Lucy, 84, and Sarah. So congratulations to Sarah, you come to the hunting.
I think football is always my thing, yeah. I just love it. I love being a part of the team. I played for Warriors in Townsville and it was really good and I learnt a lot and I felt like I was just having fun. I was really nervous at first because I'd played against these girls all growing up. Like I'd always been in the Townsville team, they'd been in the Metro teams, and I was really nervous because I didn't know whether I was good enough or whether I was just like overreaching. With the right support and the right coaching and the right programs to be identified, like carnivals, you can definitely get spotted and you can do it. From there, it's just how much you want it, really. The Queensland State Team program has helped me believe in myself because a lot of the time when I don't believe in myself I don't perform as well, and that's probably what's let me down. Off the field I'd say just like becoming a better person and more mature and friendly and outgoing, and I feel like helps me bring me out of my shell, I guess, yeah. I feel really grateful and really honoured that I've been selected and that I've been seen and identified to be good enough to play, just to have the opportunity to play in front of national team coaches, and I just feel like super confident, super eager. It's really good to see my kind of progression from not making it at all to making it. The Queensland State Team program can really help push you into the A-League teams, the Premier League teams, the Matildas representing your country, and that's something that I aspire to do. I think just the level of coaching and the intensity and playing in a better team definitely makes you a better player, and you kind of understand what you have to do to get to that level, and it's, yeah, really good.
back to our second half coverage here at Goodwin Park. Olympic FC hosting Gold Coast United. Game locked at stalemate as things stand. Neither side able to trouble the opposition keepers. No shots from Olympic in the first half from Gold Coast United. Olympic pretty quickly out of the blocks. Left foot strike, appeals for handball. Referee said nothing doing. There was certainly a move of that right arm from Fortune at the back. The referee has waved that away. Anderson will across towards Georgia Mira, cut out from Ehrlich Beach. Tomasella shrugs off the challenge of Friedman, just catching her as she goes by. Friedman just shaking that one off pretty quickly. Callie Cowles, Canadian, will take the throw on the near side. Cowles has had a taste of NPL Grand Final victories with Lions back in 2023. He was the captain of Mitchelton in 24 and has also represented Brisbane City more recently, steering them to supporting them in their Queensland Cup and NPL Grand Finals last season. Callie Cowles certainly knows what it takes to compete amongst the best of the best in this NPL league. Friedman, optimistic chop of the ball there. Hayashi for Gold Coast United finds Tomasella. Nice little turn there. Put out by Cowles, back to Hayashi it goes. Hayashi deciding to go on a run. Anderson, the roadblock in the way. Turned by Emmerich, has support from Ehrlich Beach. Ehrlich Beach collects it. Alex Pitt urging his players to get across. Ball in from Ehrlich Beach and over it goes. Watched all the way by Georgia Martel. Nice little overlap there. Ball carried. Sophia Bucci arriving at the back post. Her way back into traffic, gets past Vecchio, can't get past Phillips. Kirili Phillips doing very well there to win her side of throw. Congested over that side. Swain taking control, finds the feet of Friedman. Vecchio sends it forward. See it just holding up in the air there in the wind. Switched across the back line. Cowles via Phillips all the way across to Vecchio. Oyer, lovely little ball there, gets it straight back in the middle. And Oyer now with a chance to run. Rio Oyer with a strike. Not enough on it to carry it through. Headed away by Tomasella. Tia Apo clipped. Ref says nothing doing. Play on. Appeals for handball. Play on there for Georgia Muir. Ball forward for Apo. Can Apo get there? She gets around the keeper. Tia Apo. Well defended at the back. Fortune. Apo still going. Friedman in the mix. Rio Oya. Good spell here from Olympic. Callie Cowles and Kiralee Phillips keep Olympic in the possession. Friedman. Cross it goes from Swain. Ball across the edge of the box, cleared away by Hayashi. Ehrlich Beach forward for Gold Coast United. She's got to get past Cowles. Ehrlich Beach sends it across and collected by the keeper. That's the best spell of football we've seen from Olympic in terms of attack. Lovely bit of teamwork there, playing the ball through. Friedman and Rio Oya linking up nicely in the middle of the park. Georgia Martell back on her feet. She went down a little heavily there, did have the Gold Coast United player putting a bit of pressure on as she came across to collect the ball, but Martell back on her feet. Looking not too hurt by that one. Swain collects. Muir doing very well, twisting and turning. Friedman gives it back. Muir can't get there. Cam Folks clapping his hands down on the sideline. He likes what he sees. Closing down. Ehrlich Beach through towards Emmerich. Falls for Phillips to clean up at the back. Forward this time for Muir to chase. Friedman in support. Friedman gets it. Tia Apo in the middle. Rio Oya's joined her. T. Anderson in behind. Uses Muir as the option. Hayashi with the clearance. Out it goes. Gold Coast United with the throw. Beach on the chase now. Phillips coming across strongly. Free kick and a yellow card for Kiralee Phillips. It's Hayashi who sent that one high. Ehrlich Beach. And a little chop at was from Kiralee Phillips. Oh, shrug of the shoulders, but the referee was having none of it. Kiralee Phillips in the book. To take this one. Sent in high and curling having a crack from distance, lofting that ball in despite the conditions. Just curled the wrong side of the post.
11 off 7.
Vecchio on the far side, through to Rio Oya. Oya sends it forward, put out by Hayashi. Hayashi keen to go on a little run. Ball forward from Emmerich, straight to Vecchio. Nice little touch there by Schran. Can she get it back? Friedman again just moving herself into a few different positions across the pitch to try and make an attacking contribution. Tia Apo wins aside corner. Opportunity here perhaps for Olympic to get some bodies in the box. They themselves will have to be pretty careful with the high ball. Got Kirili Phillips offering a bit of height there in the centre of the area. Anderson and Cowles lurking at the back post. Friedman to send it in. It is Phillips who tries to get a head on it. It's going to come loose. United will try the break, but Georgia Muir will get there first. Throw in will be an Olympic throw, but there's going to be a pause here while Gold Coast United make the change. Katana Bailey come on for Alex Pitt's side. No rewards from the throw there for Olympic, but they do get it straight back from that Gold Coast United throw. Hayashi sticking a boot through that one, straight back in from Cowles. Tomasella forced back by Friedman. Full pressure again in attack there, forcing the ball out wide. Olympic with the throw, Tia Apo across. Hayashi will give them a second go at it. Back to Vecchio it goes from Rio Oya. Vecchio dispossessed by the fresh legs of Katana Bailey. Beach to chase, does close it down from Martel. Phillips comes out, clears the lines. Friedman tries to collect Bailey, causing a bit of bother early. Katana Bailey. Olympic do have it back inside the half, given away. Emmerich picks it up for United. Very well played there, Rio Oya. Apo with a little layoff. Tia Apo will get it back in a dangerous spot. She's got support from Georgia Muir on her right. Tia Apo going on a run. And in the end, it's McGee who sticks a boot through it to clear the lines. Apo again trying to battle to win the ball back in that dangerous spot. Swain, arms on the back, right in front of the referee from McGee.
Danny, watch his wide pass here, Danny.
In from Phillips. Goes for the wide option, headed away by Schran. Schran gets it back from Emmerich, tries to roll it through to Bailey. Olympic looking lively so far in this second half.
Carry the ball, you! Carry it!
Roger Muir urged to carry the ball. Get it back from Apo. Free kick for the foul by Tia Apo. She can't quite believe it herself, but the referee certainly saw something she didn't like. So Gold Coast United will get the free kick. Bailey coming across to collect. Rio Oya having none of it. Takes it off her toes, rolls it out wide for Vecchio. Momo Hayashi trying to urge her side forward. Push United. The ball away there for Friedman. Roger Muir. Into Apo to go on a bit of a run, runs into traffic. Struggling for options, but eventually gets support from Eve Swain. Anderson, lovely feet from Isabella Anderson. Apo scrambling back. Cowles. Phillips across to defend, concedes the throw on the near side. An hour of football played here at Goodwin Park, 0-0 the scoreline. Certainly been a lively start to the second half. Still awaiting clear-cut chances on goal. Olympic and Gold Coast United with an eye on the top four. It's a big ask to get them to break into that top four. They'd have to hope that there's a slip-up or two from the four. We're battling it out currently, but there's still football to be played. As things stand here this evening, this result would be a good one for Brisbane City. Should they get a win or a draw in their fixture, they'd be all but guaranteed to have cemented their spot as a top four finisher. Eastern Suburbs team in the top four, so we've let things slip a little recently. Last three fixtures. Losses. 3 losses, 2 draws for the last 5 fixtures for Eastern Suburbs. Emmerich striding forward now for Gold Coast United. Letitia Emmerich on the left. Wide it goes. Didn't take a touch on the way through, so it will be a goal kick. Letitia Emmerich getting it on her left and getting a nice bit of time there to tee up the shot. Couldn't get it on target. Found the back of the net 7 times in 16 appearances so far this season. Letitia Emmerich get a goal in the round 22 win over QAS. Rio Oya closing that one down. Hayashi dropping back. Ball forward from Hayashi, put out by Friedman. Ball forward from Cowles, deflected out for a throw. Folks just prowling his technical area as he urges his side to force an opening here. Back at home, having been away for the recent fixtures. Phillips with a little touch back. Martel's going to come out and clear. Confident goalkeeping there from Georgia Martel. Friedman. Yeah, Apple on the chase. Flick on there, Tia Apple, over it goes for a goal kick. Cam Folks looking like he will shortly be turning to his bench, trying to switch things up here for his Olympic FC side. A couple of substitutes warming up down in front. Adams again opting to use Hayashi rather than send the goal kick one herself. Olympic back in possession, Georgia Muir. Support from Anderson. Schran finds Bailey, Schran gets it back. Beach closing Martel down again. Martel forced to go the long ball. Swain has her pocket picked there in the middle by Angelina Ujo, who shrugs her off, and Georgia Muir comes and picks up the loose ball. Nice ball through there, finding the feet of Swain. Anderson out wide. Muir makes the run, ball through. Sneaks it past Tomasella. Georgia Muir with a ball into the box. And Olympic see it roll across. No red shirt at the back. Swain on the edge has Anderson in support. Swain sends it high and behind it goes for a goal kick. Good ball in the box there from Georgia Muir. Scored a couple of important goals in recent fixtures, so can pop up, find a name on the score sheet. Rio Oya with a left foot strike, and wide it goes. Tia Apo screaming for it. A few frustrated figures out there for Cam Folks at the moment. Hayashi again on goal kick duties. Willa Adams recently reaching 50 games for Alex Pitt's side. very, very keen to increase her experience in regularly sticking around at training after the women's training has finished to join in with the senior men's. All important experience to hopefully catch the eye of an A-League club in the future. Only 19 years old, Layla Adams. Mariah McGee, Sarah Solomon making way for Gold Coast United. Team Hodgkinson into the middle for Alex Pitt's side. Confirmation of those changes as they come through. Tia Appo has made way, placed by Sarah Burdenshaw for Olympic. For Hodgkinson. And Solomon for Mia Lang. Good little battle on this near side. Swain winning the battle, leaving two Gold Coast United players on the floor in her wake. Georgia Muir has Burtonshaw ahead of her. Georgia Muir does get a ball into the box, but it trickles through kindly for Layla Adams. Tran on that far side, keeps hold of it, finds Hodgkinson. Emmerich drops back. Tia Appo making way, sees Kirili Phillips reclaim the armband. Kio's clearance coming off Kirili Phillips, and out it goes for a United throw. Friedman coming across, sending the ball back into the path of Gold Coast United. Hodgkinson finds Bailey. Bailey with a lovely switch, finding Mia Liang. Ball through. Bailey trying to just send it wide for Ehrlich Beach. Phase of play falls dead, and out it goes for a goal kick. Taken quickly by Martel, gets it back from Cowles. Time on the clock, running down. Both these sides will be unhappy to settle with a point, one would imagine. Very rich history here at Goodwin Park for Olympic FC, the Greek heritage. Also rich history for the women's setup. Women's football introduced at the same time as junior football all the way back 1980 at Dudden Park. Emmerich has Ehrlich Beach to her left, forces the save from Martel. Great strike there from Letitia Emmerich, forcing the corner. She did have the square option there, decided to have a crack. Why not? It's on target. And Georgia Martel forced to make the save. Corner ball sent in near post, cleared away at that front post throw near side. Gold Coast United. Tomasella. Long ball forward, headed away by Fortune. Tackle from Cowles. Trevor Lyle. Trevor Lyle, also a set of fresh legs for Cam Folks side, a QAS Academy product. Play there, Eve Swain. Nice little flick on from Friedman. Rio Oya chasing her down, does very well holding it up for Friedman. Switched out left, ball sent into the box, headed away by Fortune, falls again for Friedman. It's Hayashi that clears only as far as Rio Oya with a strike. And doesn't get anywhere near the target. Olympic building the pressure, building the momentum. Just struggling with that final finish. Adams once again awaiting the arrival of Hayashi. Query whether that's a tactical decision or whether there's an injury reason that Layla Adams is yet to stick her boot through one of these goal kicks. Both coaches have been up on their feet a fair bit throughout this game, firing instructions at their sides. Friedman. Not a lot of support on that left side. Vecchio does finally arrive. And decides to use the other Vecchio, send it all the way back. Kylie making the run. Monica receiving the ball in the end. Friedman, lovely turn. Very well there, Nikki Friedman. She's been a strong presence in the middle of the park for Olympic. Cowles finds Rio Oya.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just as it's in the last 15 minutes of the game, our canteen does have half-price food and just food, I think. So just food until the end of the game. So make sure you get your food before you leave for your journey home.
Trevor Lyle dispossessed there. Phillips under pressure. Phillips sends the ball back for Martel to clear. They'll want no corner, so out it goes for a throw. Good pressure, Gold Coast United. Tomasella sent into the area by Tomasella. Bailey coming in at the back post, falls for Lang, but in the end the offside flag is up. And Callie Cowles stretching out those calves, a little bit of cramp. the Vecchio twins and Nikki Friedman, who have played all of Olympics fixtures so far this season. So there's been a little bit of movement in the ranks. Perhaps a little bit of tired legs there for Callie Cowles. Both sides this evening are backing up from midweek make-up fixtures. Round 24 will see Olympic host Brisbane City. Gold Coast United next in the fixtures have Knights, who's currently listed as their round 25 fixture. The schedule has that listed as their next fixture, followed by their round 24 fixture of Sunshine Coast Wanderers. So we'll see if that changes week ahead. Round 25 for Olympic. They travel to Nudgee Recreation Reserve. Go forward for Burton Shaw. Can the substitute get a strike? She can, but over it goes. Good move again there from Olympic. Friedman causing bother, driving forward. Lovely weighted pass there for Burton Shaw. And Sarah Burton Shaw, youngster, joined late 2025, seeking a development opportunity, reached out to Camp Oaks, made her senior debut versus Holland Park Hawks in the Kappa Queensland Cup. So always great to see players hungry for development. Tomasella. Into the last 10. Just touch there. Comes out of play. Friedman all over the park this evening for Olympic. American forward, 3 seasons with Point Loma Nazarene Uni, who's studying Bachelor of Science in Dietetics. Nice turn there, Ehrlich Beach. That's not going to get past Kirili Phillips though. Reminder of the round 23 fixtures still ahead this evening. 7 p.m. kickoff, Lions versus Brisbane City, and then tomorrow afternoon the 4 o'clock kickoff, Sunshine Coast Wanderers versus Souths, and the 6 o'clock kickoff, Capalaba hosting Eastern Suburbs. Special mention to Capalaba this weekend is Pink Weekend. Tomorrow will be Pink Day, where they are playing for more than the game, bringing the community together to support cancer research. In doing so, every jersey worn across the men's and women's fixtures for the weekend will carry the name of people who have been affected by cancer. Some lovely touch from Capalaba Bulldogs. As things stand, this wouldn't result in any movement on the ladder. Olympic in 5th, Gold Coast in 6th. Lovely ball over the top. And behind it goes. On either side, finding the target, it was Emmerich. As soon as that ball came off the boot, Letitia Emmerich's hands went to her mouth. She saw it going over the bar. It would have been a peach. Great way to break the deadlock with only 5 minutes left on the clock. Bailey sees that one run away from her. Vecchio finds Monica Vecchio. Awkward bounce there, but Georgia Muir does very well. Burton Shaw against Tomasella. Tran finds Bailey. Great little foot in there from Vecchio. We'll see another change here. Take my word for it that a substitution did happen. We'll get confirmation as soon as we can. For now, Olympic will crack on via Rio Oya. Ball through Emmerich, Ehrlich Beach. Ehrlich Beach left foot strike. Wide of the mark once again. Gold Coast United knocking on the door in these latter stages. It's Ehrlich Beach and Emmerich who are queuing up there. Friedman down the line. Swain going on a run, ball forward. Shrug of the shoulders. Lacking that connection in the final third, both sides here this evening. 3 minutes on the clock to prove me wrong, but as things stand, this one is looking like it's going to finish deadlocked. Do not mind being caught with the commentator's curse as long as it gives us something to cheer about. Ball in there from Trevor Lyle and collected by the keeper. Momo Hayashi. Switch across, finds Ehrlich Beach. And football forward over the top of Emmerich. Bailey coming in. Bailey does very well there. It falls for Emmerich. And wide it goes this time to the right-hand side of the goal. Is Franklin for Cowles. Can confirm, was that change? See Victoria Franklin standing tall alongside Kiralee Phillips at the back. Ball forward from Fortune, something to chase there. Georgia Muir, who's gone up top. Good play there. Kylie Vecchio. Vecchio with the ball into the area. Sarah Burtonshaw with the nod. What a save! Was that the moment? Great save from the keeper. Vecchio doing very well there. Urged forward. Decides to send it in. Lovely little header. What about that save? Down to the near post. Sarah Burdenshaw couldn't quite believe it. She saw it tipped wide. Olympic with the corner. Bailey. Olympic with their centre halves in the area. Franklin and Phillips having to put in the work to get back. Rio Oya has done them a favour and helped out. Forward once again, Sarah Burtonshaw put out by Olympic. We're into stoppage time again. Nothing really has caused too much of a stoppage here this evening. Friedman, Trevor Lyle to her right, Cleo Trevitt-Lyle with Burtonshaw in the middle. Tomasella comes across. Plan keeps it in on the near side. Franklin does very well. Vic Franklin. Olympic looking lively in the latter stages. Fortune cuts it out, back in from Friedman. Hayashi. Franklin sending that forward. With a bit of energy from these substitutions, but is it too little too late from both sides? Oya. Hayashi holding the ball up. Bailey switched to the left. Down the line from Bailey. Merlick Beach. Is it in the area? Ball out it goes from a wide position. How much time is left on the referee's clock? Back with Franklin. Franklin drive forward. They'll have to send something downfield. We're into 2 minutes of stoppage time. Headed out by Muir. Throw in. Took a touch off the Gold Coast United, so throw does go to Olympic. Burdenshaw gets it back to Muir. Burtonshaw rolls it across. Friedman, Trevitt-Lyle through the legs of Friedman, it rolls. Friedman gets it back, nice play from Olympic. Nikki Friedman gonna find Rio Oya and fizzled out that attack. Franklin trying to keep it alive. Nick Franklin sends a desperate ball into the area. Will it fall for Oya? It will. Olympic need to get a shot off here. Rio Oya on the left. Burtonshaw leaves it to roll through, thinking Vecchio was in behind. Little look at the watch from the referee. Hayashi. Ball forward. Georgia Muir picks it up. Georgia Muir with a strike. Sails high over the bar. It's a little bit like that in the latter stages of the game. Just having to have a crack from anywhere as the clock rolls down into the 4th minute of stoppage time. Touch inside from Bailey. Vic Franklin will chase. Pick a little bit out of shape at the moment, given away there. Phillips, the skipper, strides forward. Swain. Put forward by Friedman. Georgia Muir having to do a bit alone here. Georgia Muir, can she send it into the area? Yes, she can. But no red shirt's able to connect with that one. Collected. Sending it back in, and this one is ending at a stalemate. It's all over here at Goodwin Park. Neither side able to break the deadlock. As things stand, no change to the ladder. Olympic 6 points behind Lions FC. Those in the top 4 perhaps having a little wry look at this fixture this evening and feeling pretty happy with the result. That is all we have time for here at Goodwin Park. Stick with us on FQTV. Lions versus Brisbane City. James Coughlin covering that one. That one has just kicked off. Amy Webster here for you this evening. It's been a pleasure to have your company, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Just a reminder before you go today that you can still get half-price food at the canteen to fuel your journey home. Thank you once again.